You find a lot of cabbies are club scouts on the side. We can do the hours, can't we? I mean, your 9 to 5 can't go and see a school game or an academy one at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon now, can they? Mick Williams, Charlton Athletic. John Bennett, Brentford. Ray Starling, Chelsea. Been there for donkey's years. Alan Groves, QBR, Grovesy. You don't want to get too close to Alan. If you ever make his acquaintance. Horrible halitosis. No, really. Mate, I'd rather stick my head up a pig's arse than stand downwind of Grovesy. I try to tell him. We all try to tell him. From about 10 feet away, of course. Oh, he just tells us to do one. He can't do no one, let me tell you. Not unless they've lost all sense of smell. Oh, boy. Benny Bierman Barnett. All the bees. Oh, I think he's at Barnet. He could be at Colchester, come to think of it. Lenny Stokes, Fulham. Well, was Fulham. He's retired now. He was at Southampton and QPR as well. Tony Alexander, Crystal Palace. Oh, yeah, and there's Cliff, oh, fuck. What's his name? Cliff. He's bleeding at Aldershot. He used to be with me at the Arse back in the day. Fucking hell, what's his fucking name? Oh, shit. See, that's what happens when you get to a certain age. Senile dementia sets in. Especially if you've been heading footballs for fun. Fucking heavy footballs, like I did back in the day in the lower leagues. Oh, wait a minute now. I've got a little book. I've got, there she blows. I've got to have a little book. Can't keep it up in the air, so, not anymore anyway. You know, I think I could be going a little Jeff Astle. It's a frightening prospect. Well, footballers are 3.5 times more likely to die of dementia, so there's that. You know, some people say that Jeff Astle was a one-club man. No, he wasn't. He was at Notts County, the oldest professional football club in the world, before he was a baggy. Not many one-club men now, are there? I suppose it's all about the dosh nowadays, isn't it? You know, chasing the pound note. Loyalty has been officially binned. I mean, that's the way it goes, isn't it? I mean, football has got a short shelf life. So they have to do, you know, make the most of it while they can. You know what I mean? I mean, they're only ever one injury away from total disaster. I mean, the end. Finito the football. Or they get so crocked that when they come back, they're never the same again. I mean, you can do everything right, you know what I mean? Have the talent, you know, work your balls off, you know, be the most deserving. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it's luck. Luck is the greatest factor in football. Just like it is in life. Oh, fucking hell, what is his name? I can see him right now, right in front of me. Lanky fucker, with a small head. It looks like a pipe cleaner or an ear stick. What the fucking hell is that guy's name? Shit. James! James! Cliff James, yes! Get in there, my son! Whew! Thank fuck for that. Well, still got a few brain cells in the old top box. Don't put Frank on the scrap heap just yet. Phew.
We're off on tour tomorrow. It's going to be mental. 30 hours on a coach, drinking all the way. I'm tour sec this year. I've got some serious shit planned for when we get there. We're supposed to play a game at some point, but that's inconsequential. It is all about the social. Last year was so bad, right? Trumper and Pongo had to fly back. They couldn't handle the coach journey. They were too wrecked. Luckily, I'm a heavyweight. I'm usually the last girl standing. I can mix my drinks and survive. It's the best part about football. I mean, I love playing. Of course I do. I've always loved playing, but I just love the social more. I don't like watching it very much. And I know I should do, to get like a better understanding of the game tactically, etc. But I've just never really been into watching it as much as I have playing it. Nowhere near. I used to go with my dad and my brother, which was fun, but I just got a bit bored. I was there more for the snacks and the game that was on, to be honest. I know I'd be a much better player, like more effective, if I was a student of the game. It's bound to help. It's like whatever you do, the more you study it, the better you get. Like a degree. You can't just do it. That's my biggest failing. Probably always will be. Oh, that and fitness. I'm lazy by nature. I'm fine when I've got the ball. I love that. I just hate it when I've got to track back. Oh my God, it is so boring. I wish the other girls would just do the tracking back for me and then give me the ball again when they've got it back. I don't do enough fitness work. That's why I'm not in the firsts. And it's the only reason because, well, I'm much better technically than most of them. All the other girls say so. I keep thinking I'm going to do the work I need to do to get in, but in the end I never do. I want to be in the firsts. I'd love to be in the firsts, of course I would, but given the choice, if I'm honest, I'd rather another rum and coke with the girls.
There is nothing Elaine could have done. The woman's over 21. She's caught in a behavioural cycle. Till she stops pedalling, gets off her bike and changes it to a railing or a cycle rack, the wheels are in danger of picking up speed. All we can do, in our capacity as sibling and sibling-in-law, is continue to be there for her, to counsel and console, should she need us again, which she undoubtedly will. Let's just hope miracles happen and Dennis seeks professional help before her sister enters a lion's den one time too many. Whatever Elaine did to me, I could never raise a little finger to her. Even if she destroyed my match officials bag and everything contained within it, on purpose, in a fit of pique. I respect her too much. I think that's what it is. I think he loves her, but he doesn't respect her. A lack of respect is not healthy in any relationship, be it an extended one or one formed instantaneously for a brief period of time. Look at me last Sunday. 2 parents ejected from the ground, coming to blows over a throw-in. No respect for the game, no respect for each other, no respect for those in attendance. What kind of message does it send out to the youngsters taking part? 14-year-olds, one of whom called me an effing cheat. I will not stand for that. No, no, no. I will not tolerate a lack of respect. I am there, in my capacity as the man in black, to apply the rules and regs as laid down by the FA in their wisdom, and woe betide you if you step out of line. I won't have it. The field of play is my kingdom. I am the king. You cross the king, there will be consequences. That's the problem regarding Sue, though. There have been no consequences for Dennis. He's got away with it scot-free. Elaine's tried to persuade her to take action. I've tried. She's still peddling away, though. Peddling like Bradley Wiggins to the little big one, just in time to face the Apache. It would be so much easier if this were a game of football in my kingdom. As the sovereign, I would have the authority to take appropriate action. The frustration here is that we have none. We are merely a support system, supporting Elaine's sister, who, as the youth of today would say, is being disrespected blood. There will be blood. More blood, I fear, unless Sue sees the light. See the light, Sue. See the light. Come out of the darkness into the bright.
I've only just discovered how absolutely marvellous football is. I was totally unaware, completely in the dark, even though my previous loves it. It could have been a shared experience, if he'd chosen to share it. Might have brought us closer together. Goodness me, I'm a lucky girl. Dom is an absolute dream. The heavens certainly smiled on me there. We can't keep our hands off each other. Thanks to my beautiful bow, I've discovered the beautiful game. And I've discovered Dulwich Hamlet. That's who my boy supports. They're not very good. They're a very long way from being Arsenal or Manchester United, but there's something rather nice about following a little team. One that doesn't win trophies as a matter of course. They need my support. Manchester United don't need me. They've got people supporting them all over the world. Apparently, a lot of Dulwich supporters have bigger clubs they follow too. But lots of them have been put off the upper echelons of the game because of its greed and corporate nature. Dom says it's lost its soul. It feels very real and authentic at the Hamlet. Craft beer and gourmet burgers. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I love it. I do. I absolutely love it.
The question was, having scaled Kilimanjaro to arrive at the showpiece occasion, could we enter the Colosseum and take the ultimate prize? I had no doubt, sure as Alan Shearer will never have hair on his head again, or not unless he pays a lot of money for it, that if we played to our Maximus Aurelius, we would win the game. We had Ben between the sticks, best ginger keeper in Sundridge League under-12 football. We had Micah in front of him, bleeping rock. We had a midfield maestro in our Jaden who put a ball on a sixpence from 30 yards. And we had a goal machine up top in young Scotty. Harry Kane in a straight swap. No, thank you, Mr. Levy. You and the special one can go and do one. What a spine that is. Oh, we had plenty of armoury elsewhere on the green bays. We had pace in abundance, we had power, we had panache, flamboyant confidence of style or manner. Had the Oppo beaten us this season? No, they had not. They had to rely on some dodgy refereeing and a trigger-happy lino just to take a point of us last time out. I said to them, if you play to your full potential, you will win the game. But do not assume that because you are better, young man for young man, that you will emerge victorious. Assumption is the mother of all mishaps. Go out there, play with confidence, chest out to the max, but you must guard against complacency. Overconfidence is an incurable cancer. If you don't want to get cancer, don't be overconfident. Oh, I've said it till I'm blue in the face. A good team is built on solid foundations. Unless you've got a supernatural superhero front line, you've got to be able to shut up shop. You cannot be slow in transition. You need to make ruddy sure you're on the front foot from the off. Oh, no going through the gears. Start in 5, stay in 5. Make it big when you've got it, small when you haven't. Anticipate. Get in their faces, be the first to everything, like rabid dogs. Every second ball should have your name on it. And even though we've got Ben, king of the ginger keepers, we have to assume that he's going to have a carry us. We don't want him to do anything. Let him sit in his front garden, chewing the cud, unencumbered. And finally, I reiterated to the combatants when summoned to the coalface, to leave nothing on the pitch. Utilize every ounce of energy, every bead of sweat, every breath in your bodies, which bleed royal blue. Unleash the piranha within you. Be brave, be bold, be proud to wear the crest on your breast, for we are Sandersbrook United under-12s, and you are the chosen ones. May the gods be with us.
In the middle of paying some bills, I was. Nasty bills. When she comes bursting in, frothing at the mouth. You fucking bitch! You fucking whore! I told her. I warned her. I know you're fucking angry, babe, and I completely understand why. But it's not wise to take this any further. You'll regret it if you do. She chose to ignore my warning, though. Comes at me like a Looney Tune. Eyes popping, nails like flick knives, which is why today she looks a fucking mess. I clocked her in the kisser a couple of times, which split her nose open, had her down on the floor. Luckily for her, Yasmin comes in with a couple of girls from the yoga class that she runs at the clubhouse, manages to pull me off her before I completely rearrange her features. Takes a lot to get me going, but when I go, get out the fucking way. To be fair, I completely understand why she did what she did. I'd have done the same if I'd found out my husband was shagging some slag behind my back for the last 3 months. I'd rip their fucking face off. I told him he needs to tell her before she finds out. But he fannied about big time, which is something he does not do as manager. He could have finished it. I'd have understood. Wouldn't have liked it. I wanted to ditch the bitch and shack up with me. I still do. But I'd have understood. I'd have had to. I'm not proud of what I did. It should never have happened. It was totally unprofessional. But I was lonely in the love department. A woman has needs that need fulfilling, and mine were not being fulfilled. It was Dildo Dave and me. Had been for years until Gab came along. People are going to think he's only first team manager because the chairman, chairwoman, chairperson, whatever you want to call me, I couldn't give a monkey's armpit, was sitting on his face. But I hired him at the beginning of the season, before things became up close and personal. Before I ditched the last bloke. What a total tosser he was. Another Billy Big Bollocks who thinks he's managing Liverpool. Not a club so far down the league ladder you can't see the top of its head. I should be coaching League Two. Well, why aren't you then? Because no one's realised my potential. No one's realised your potential, babe, because there ain't none to realise. You can't talk to me like that. Yeah, I can. I just did. You don't know what I can do? Yeah, I do. Fuck all. That's what you've done here. Worse than fuck all, actually. So you can kindly fuck off. Tosspots are 2 a penny in football. Give someone a tracksuit and a badge, they think they're Jurgen Klopp. Most of them have got noodles for brains. Gavin's an exception. He came into the club with his 2 boys and started running a age group team with his eldest, Jack. When Jack got to youth team age, under 18, he took over from some wannabe and he did brilliant. Gav's never coached senior football, though, so people thought I was taking a risk. Be careful, Kimberly. Be careful? Who wants to be fucking careful? If you don't take a risk, you don't get nowhere. Anyway, this was a calculated risk. There was no one else in the frame, only a couple of clowns who'd done the rounds at Step 5 with limited success. Gav deserved the opportunity. Anyway, I thought so, and I call the shots. They say the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Well, we are 5th in the league with 10 games to go. And we're still in the League Cup, which is a shed load better than last season. That'll show the doubting dickheads that the bird in charge made the right call on the footballing front. Away from the front, however, that's a different story.
Fuck. Fuck a duck. I'm going training tomorrow for an 11v11 and I'm bricking it. I got the shakes. It's fucking stupid. Will I play Friday? Or will he play the younger lad instead? He's good. He's very good. He's cocky too. Came up to me last week in training and told me he's going to take my shirt.
Laughed it off, told him he was a cocky little sod, and I stuck one on him. It made me nervous, though. The gaffer's been playing me left of a diamond. I don't want to be there. That's not my best position. I want to be central, or right if I have to be. That's where I played last season. Can I do it? Am I shit? I'm weak and vulnerable at the moment. I've lost my bottle. Do I have the strength to get up and go again? I don't know. The game's on Sky, and I'm already worried about how I might be seen if I'm playing. A younger lad, well down the pecking order last season, is absolutely flying. That was me last season. It's made me even more depressed. The pressure's taking over. I'm feeling anxious all the time. I'm always worried about the manager's take on me. Am I shit? Can I play? You know, that means I'm not thinking about the game. I'm not getting on with just playing it instinctively. If you're playing with fear, you won't do well. Can I play anymore? Can I score? Can I even run around? You know, am I too fat? Too one-dimensional? I love my food. No, I'm finding it more difficult than ever to turn it down. You know, it's comforting to eat, especially late at night. But it's not good. It makes you feel worse about yourself. Your self-esteem goes down the toilet. Yeah, I know. I'm lucky to be a pro. I don't take it for granted. I know I'm in a privileged position. People keep reminding me. And most people will bite my legs off to be where I'm at. I shouldn't be complaining. I shouldn't be complaining. Some of the lads I grew up with, they haven't got a pot to piss in. I'm not enjoying it, though. Not at the moment. That's the God's honest. It's affected my home life as well. Silly little things are getting to me with the kids as well. It ain't fair. I've got a short fuse. I've got OCD as well about mess. If it ain't clean and tidy, oh. I've become a slave to my Hoover. Probably closer to my Henry than I am my missus. She understands, thank God. She's been good with me. She knows I'm not the real me at the moment. I've got to sort it out, though. It can't go on like this. I've got to man up. I've got to get out there tomorrow and show them what I'm made of. Remind them who I am, what I'm about, you know? I've got to show the gaffer I deserve to be playing. The team needs me. I'm one of the best players when I'm on form. The trouble is, Oh, shut up, Mark, you tosser! You're driving yourself nuts. Stop being so fucking negative! Pull yourself together, you prick!
Done it all. Played, managed, scouted. The only thing I haven't done is refereed. They're a different breed, them lot. You know, I reckon most of them, grassroots level, you know, lower leagues, non-league, Sunday mornings, I reckon most of them were bullied when they were youngsters. Now they're getting their own back. On a power trip they are. Officious. That's the word best sums them up. Still, we wouldn't have a game without them, would we? No, mate. Be fucking bedlam. I mean, they're silly twats, but They're necessary, silly twats. And although I am frustrated by them, as we all are, I still doff my fucking cap to them. Thank you. Thank you, silly twats. Thank you for doing a thankless job. A job the rest of us with aspirations to play. Oh, aspirations. It's a nice word, I like that word. A job the rest of us turn our noses up at like we're getting a whiff of Grovesy's breath. No, thank you. Ha! Not me. I don't want to be out there getting grief. I want to be in the dugout, giving it large. Boy, referee, what you talking about? You're having a tin bath. Oh, boy. I gave up managing about 2 years ago. Yeah, I was looking after a group of under-16s. They were my mate's club. Yeah, decent mob, yeah. So, you know, I just couldn't hack it, mate. I'd had enough. Nah. The players, no respect. Maybe that's been binned and all. Look, I tried to instill it in them, okay? I tried to be a father figure to them. And some of them needed it, big time. But they just took the piss. Plenty of talent, plenty of attitude too. I mean, whatever happened to the words please and thank you? Have they been binned and all? That's why I told them they will never play at the top level. They didn't want to listen to me though. Look, it's no good just having talent down there in them. You've got to have it up here too. And up here is more important. I had a couple of boys get into Palace. I doubt if they made a grade though, I mean. Well, you never know, eh? Got to be in it to win it. I mean, most of them boys, them kids, coming out them academy system, they give up the game altogether, which is sad. If they don't go pro, they don't want to know. It's a shame, man. Big shame. You should be playing for fun, because you love the game. Of course I wanted to go pro, of course I did. But that would never have stopped me from playing, no matter what happened. You lot don't know how lucky you are. That's what I used to tell them, especially when we had a bad training session. There's plenty of people out there that can't play the game, for plenty of reasons, who would wipe your ass to do what you're doing, to be fit and healthy and play the greatest game in the world, whether it's a Champions League or the local park. It's a privilege. You lot are blessed. Don't forget it.
I started off as a defender, which meant that I didn't have to run as far as our midfield or the strikers. I wanted to play up front because I've got a really good shot. My dad said he needed me at the back though. Said he could rely on me, unlike some of the other players who he said went off on world cruises instead of staying where they were meant to be. He ran the team. I was the only girl, which didn't bother me. I quite liked playing with the boys. Plus, if I hadn't been good enough, my dad wouldn't have picked me. I was the best tackler. I tackled this boy once, right, so hard that he didn't get up for like 5 minutes. He had to be carried off. It wasn't a foul. I just came like flying in right at the last minute just as he was about to score. I got the ball and the player, but I got the ball first. At the end of the match, I heard their manager telling the team that he wished they could tackle like me. I was a lot stronger than most of the boys when I was 10, because girls develop quicker. You're not going to let a girl beat you, are you? That's what the manager said to his keeper, just as I was about to take a penalty in a shootout in a tournament final. He kept scratching his willy, which was creepy. Stuff like that happened all the time, though. Not managers touching their willies, but people saying things about me being a girl. It was sudden death. We had 3 penalties each, 2 had been scored, and their manager knew what he was doing. He was encouraging his keeper and trying to put me off at the same time. I didn't care, though. I knew I was going to score, and I did. My pen won the trophy for my team. And when I got my medal, I just smiled at the manager and put my thumbs up like that. He was not happy. My dad rubbed it in as well. Beaten by a girl, eh? That's not very good now, is it? That was the last game I played for my dad's team. I went to play for an all-girls team after that. It was the right decision, but I didn't like it at first. But my dad said he couldn't guarantee that I'd be on the team every game next season, and I didn't want to be a sub. I wanted to be a star player, which I was for the girls' team. I gave up playing for a club, though, later at secondary school. None of my friends really liked football, and I didn't like being a tomboy and standing out from the crowd. I just wanted to blend in and belong. Playing at the weekends and training during the week just meant that I couldn't hang out with them. I wish I hadn't stopped, though. I probably would have been much better and much fitter if I'd have carried on playing. I just didn't have the self-confidence. My friends were quite naggy, and I just didn't want to get left out. Peer pressure got to me. I'm so glad I'm back playing now, though, at uni. My best friends are my football friends, so it's like all mixed in together, which is... it's just how I'd want it to be.
I cannot tell you how fortunate I was. If my head had caught the apex of the rock, I'd have been on my way to officiate in the Heaven-Wide League. Not only would I have missed Elaine's honey roast parsnips and tatties for Sunday lunch, and her bread sauce, which I would put up against Delia's or Nigella's any day of the week, I'd be missing them forever. I'm so pleased that Sue has seen the light. I just hope that the authorities deal with the situation appropriately. My assailant's going to be for the high jump, that's for sure. I don't know if it's the first time he's assaulted a match official, but I've got a good feeling it's going to be the last. He'd given me grief all afternoon. I should have banished him from the kingdom of Colin. I gave him the benefit of doubt, though, despite his consistent contrary behaviour. Lesson learnt there for future reference. I didn't expect him to be waiting for me, though. He waited a long time, too. I lingered in the shower, longer than normal. They've got very good showers in Wallington. Johnny Jones was assaulted in a car park, too. He'd given a winning goal, which his assailant claimed wasn't one, as opposed to my ruling one out for offside in the second minute of added-on time, overruling a parent liner with a distinct lack of integrity who kept his ensign in repose. Oh, it's pathetic when you think about it. Being detained at Her Majesty's pleasure because you're unhappy with the decision-making at a football game? I stress the word game because that's what it's meant to be. And there's no one fairer than me, too. I might not always get it right. I am a human being, after all. But I do my level best to. I take pride in my work. Those who want to whinge and whine and complain should try putting a whistle between their lips. It's easier to call it from the touchline. To see it how you want to see it, which is what most supporters do, it is not so easy to be the man in the middle. Yesterday morning, I faced an insurgent, but he will not put me off, though. I'll be out there again, just as Johnny Jones still is. We may not be the finest physical specimens, but we've got skins thicker than a cobra, and I, for one, will not be cowed, as many others unfortunately are, by a bully boy miscreant, a grown man who should know better, who has no respect for the law.
I've got a young woman who works for me, Stacey. Shh. she is a football encyclopedia. Oh, she's taught me ever so much. Just as Dom has, too. I'm very keen to learn. And I was fine with offside. That didn't take long. It's formations we're covering now. What each player's responsible for in the formation they're formulating. Oh, it's absolutely fascinating. There are so many permutations. It's like chess. We use buttons at work to represent the players, and marzipan chocs chez Dom. We usually eat the team when we're finished and wash them down with a glass of port before getting extremely close. Oh, there's so much to learn. I'm not fussed about it, though. I'll pick it all up in time. Apart from the actual football, there's also the sense of occasion, the theatre of it, the living drama unfolding in front of your eyes. I love that. There's nothing more fascinating than watching people's faces, seeing them react, witnessing their frustration or glee or ambivalence. I've made a new friend, Judy. I met her at the Wingate and Finchley game. She's been going for yonks with her hubby Graham, who's really a Blackburn Rovers supporter. That's where he's from. Judy's an artist, and Graham's a graphic designer. I'm thinking of inviting Judy to join my book club. Mary's just left, thank God. So we've got room for one more. I think Judy's the ticket. She's terribly intelligent, extremely well read, and she follows the Hamlet. God bless you, Judy. No, surrender to the tooting scum. No, surrender to the tooting scum. No surrender, no surrender. No, surrender to the tooting scum.
Words fail me. I knew not what to say. We hadn't turned up. We come to the cup final, the coup de grace. We sat in the grandstand with our hot dogs, Kit Kat Chunkies and Capri Suns and said to the oppo, go on, you play, we'll sit here on our spongy derrieres and look on. No, do whatever you want, please. No, have the freedom of the park. The good news was, it was only 1-0, thanks to the ginger miracle maker. Solid foundations. We might as well have had a box of Kleenex playing when we didn't have the ball. We had Tinkerbells going in for tackles. Every second ball had a Maryvale name on it. And as for the bleeping transition, it was being done at the speed of a tractor. It was like watching snails on Mogadon. There was no dynamism, no drive, no desire. To be frank ribbery about it, it was flat as a pancake. I said them. I said, do you want runners-up medals? Second place is good enough for you, is it? Because that's what it bleeping well looks like. Oh, I can handle defeat. Just about. Given a substantial period of mourning. If I think we've given everything we've got. If we've left it all on the pitch, but we had given nothing. We've been pottering along in a Fiat Punto on the inside lane of the M40 at 30 miles an hour. Get in the outside lane, I yelled at them. Put your foot on the bleeping throttle. The fact it's a cup final, the most important game of your lives, friends and relatives here, some of whom have travelled substantial distances, desperate to see you victorious, happy and glorious, is neither here nor there. Do not play the occasion, play the game. Don't let the pressure get to you. Put it in your inside pocket and zip it up. In other words, relax. Oh, I made it abundantly clear that we were in a hole that we dug for ourselves and had jumped into it. On the flip side, I told them, all is not lost. We've got the second half to salvage the situation. If we pull this off, which I think we can, if we get in the right mindset, we can walk as tall as the Eiffel Tower. But if you don't believe we can do this, tell me now, please. I do not need doubters. I need believers, warriors, young men with courage, young men with spirits, young men who believe that when the going gets tough, Sandersbrook United get going.
Gav came in with Harry as number 2 after a training session to talk about next season. Harry couldn't stay long, though. We got talking about home life and other halves, or ex-other halves. And Gav let slip that things weren't rosy in the garden, hadn't been for some time. Steph's not happy about the amount of graft he's putting in his first-team gaffer. What with work and the football, doesn't leave much time for anything else, apparently. And now the boys aren't directly involved, she doesn't really see the point of him being here. The thing is, Gav loves being first-team gaffer, loving the responsibility, and he does not want to swap it for a trip to IKEA. He was feeling tense, very tense. Said his shoulders were tight and he was going to get a massage from the physio. I said I'd give him one. A massage, that is. Started with his shoulders, then his head, then his face, and then one thing led to another, and before you know it, it was goodbye, Dildo Dave. Oh, we should have left it at that. A one-night stand, a bumper ride on the chair, whatever you want to call me's carpet. That would have been the professional thing to do, and I pride myself on being professional. I'm a woman in a man's world, I've got to be. I know how it looks. It's not the kind of publicity that helps present a positive image of a woman in a position of authority within the game. I should be saying, oh, if only I could turn the clock back. With hindsight, I'd do something different, but I wouldn't. I don't regret it. Oh, it's a fucking mess. God knows how it's going to get sorted. But I'm glad I did it. I don't regret it. I needed Gav. It's the best thing that's happened to me in years. I just don't need the baggage that comes with him.
I've only had 5 hours sleep. I'm gonna be relying on adrenaline tonight unless I get some shut-eye later. Fucking hell, I'm bricking it worse than ever. It's stupid, I shouldn't be. I played really well in training. Wasn't expecting to. What a fucking relief that was. The younger lad, he had a shocker. Yeah, he talked the talk, but he couldn't walk the walk. Not yet. I still thought the gaffer might not pick me, though. He said well done, and he seemed well pleased with me, but you can never tell what's going to happen. You know, what's going on in his head, especially this one. He likes to throw a curveball in. Who knows? He still might do. He told me I'm starting, but when I get there, he might tell me different. That's happened before. I said to myself, though, I couldn't have done any more. I was good all around. I got an assist as well. He played me on the right, which was better. I can't stop thinking it's all gonna go tits up, though. On TV as well, in front of the nation. All right, well, a few of them. It's torture waiting. I wish the game was this morning. I love a night game. Under the lights, it adds to the atmosphere. Not when I'm feeling like this, though. There's more butterflies in my stomach than in a butterfly house. It's too long to wait. It's too far away. I'm ready to play, you know? I'm worried I'll be a gibbering wreck by then. It's okay, the missus will be back soon. Thank God. She's on the school run. She's been fucking brill dealing with Mr. Mopey. She's promised me a power breakfast and a massage. Her touch is an absolute winner. She's not getting anything back from me, though. Not at the moment. The little fella doesn't want to play ball. It's embarrassing. I've never had this problem before. It's because I can't relax, you know? I'm too strung up. I'm too anxious. I know she understands, you know? She says it doesn't matter, and I believe her. But it does. It does to me. The longer it goes, the worse it gets. I'll have to stop popping pills at this rate. I could get therapy. I just want to sort myself out if I can. You know, I just gotta get my head straight. If I could just play well tonight, that'll be the springboard. Everything might fall into place then. I'll feel better, so I'll play better. I'll be better at home, and I'll be better in bed. Fucking hell, I want it so bad. I don't want to be a train wreck. It's driving me nuts. I just want to make everyone proud, including myself. I'm gonna do it. I've got to do it. Tonight is my night. If I just play like I did in training, everything's gonna be fine. You can do it, Mark. You can, son. You know you can. You've done it before, plenty of times. Come on, sunshine. Tonight's your night. Show the fucking world what you're made of.
First time I saw him, he was playing in a cage in Stockwell. Thursday evening. Only been in the country a couple of months. And, you know, I knew straight away he was special. I mean, his brother was decent, but him, fucking hell, that kid, fucking blew my mind. Tricks, flicks, nutmegs for fun, Rabonas on tap, speed, agility, balance, poise. Oh, my word. And he was fearless, too, playing with the older boys. They knew he was special. I could see it in their eyes. It's a baller extraordinaire. Well, I didn't hang about, did I? I said, listen, can I speak to your mum? You see, you've got to get to the mums first, yeah? Dads, pushovers most cases, but mums, tough cookies. He just wants it. She wants to know all about it. His middle name is Enthusiasm. Her middle name is Suspicion. She was good as gold, though. Sophia. Diamond. She spoke a bit of the lingo. The dad didn't speak any. They come with nothing from Lisbon because, you know, her sister was here, so... And Miguel, he speaks better English than both of them, but his mum wanted her sister to do the translating, so that's how it went down. Turns out he was at Sporting Lisbon Academy back home. But they all thought that if they came here, they might get a better chance of a good life here. Well, you know, they were just testing the waters, I suppose. He was 11. So, before you could say Thierry Henry, I got him in at the Arsenal on the QT. And the road to tomorrow began. I've got to say, though, lucky nobody else knew about it. Because otherwise, cabs would have been parked. Vultures would have circled. It's an unscrupulous world. Academy recruitment? Boy, dog eat dog. Yeah. You wouldn't believe the things that go on. The strokes that get pulled. The spies, the binoculars, the dastardly deeds. Man. I mean, all right, there are rules, okay? But there are no rules. Just do what you need to do to get who you need to get. Well, it's lucky, isn't it? It's luck again. It was luck I was where I was, when I was, and Miguel was there too. Going to the game tomorrow. He's in the squad. He hopes to get on the park, but it's all right if he doesn't. He soon will. As long as he remains lucky and doesn't get crocked. You know, as much as I'm happy for Miguel, of course I am. I just feel for his brother, you know? He's having a hard time. Well, check it. His younger brother is now the golden ticket. He's surplus to requirements. I mean, he'll never make the grade, mate. He wants to, of course he does, but he hasn't got the full package. Hasn't got it up here either. Sophia, she's concerned. She's no longer with the dad, so, you know, he's gone back to Portugal. That makes it harder. I mean, I keep an eye on him when I can, you know. I told her, you know, she can call me anytime she likes, anytime she needs to. And of course, I do speak to Roddy, you know, from time to time. And I don't know, you know, I feel his frustration, you know? Dare I say anger? And that, in a teenager, is a combustible combination. Combustible. That's another nice word, isn't it? English language. There's nothing fucking like it.
Oh my God. I feel like shit. Oh, that journey home was hell. Good hell. I'm paying for it now, though. Oh, I feel like I've been hit with a hammer. I need a fry up. And I need my mum to make it for me. I wish she was here. I miss her a lot. Especially when I feel like shit and I need things doing for me. She don't like football, though. Not like my dad, he's mental about it. Football is life and life is football. That's what he says. As a joke. But it's not a joke, is it? He means it. He's obsessed. Completely obsessed. It's taken over his life ever since he started the club that me and my brother played for. It started really small, but now it's really big and it just eats up all his spare time and more. Mum wasn't happy. It was fine at first, but as the club got bigger, he wasn't really around as much, and when he was around, he was always doing football-y things, so we stopped doing things as a family. Mum said he was married to football, not her. She'd given him loads of warnings, but nothing changed, so in the end, she'd had enough. She said to him, "It's football or me. You either cut back on your commitments or we're done." He said he'd try and change, but he didn't. It's really sad because, well, they used to love each other a lot. Mum's met someone else, though. Graham. She met him through her friend Phoebe at a karaoke night. He's very nice. He supports Liverpool, though. Dad says he's a glory hunter because he's not from there and knows his family. Dad hates glory hunters. He says he's got no respect for anyone who doesn't support their local team unless they've got a family connection somewhere else. He says that Graham's a fraud, a charlatan, whatever the hell that is. They're in Mallorca at the moment. Not Dad. Mum and Graham, obviously. They're back tomorrow. I've got a big game next week that they're coming to. Like a really big game. We have to win it to win the league. A draw's no good. Dad's coming as well, which is just going to be awkward. We're all going out for a big family meal together afterwards. Oh, Christ. I'm hoping that my brother can come as well, which will make things slightly easier, but I don't think he can. Dad hasn't met anyone else. He says he doesn't have time. He says he gets lonely sometimes when he's at home, in the flat, on his own. I think, to be honest, he regrets it. I think if he could go back and do things differently, he might do. Oh well. It's too late for that now. Time waits for no man. That's what they say, apparently. Whoever the hell they are. It's Mum and Graham now, and Dad and football.
Just as I was thinking how good life is again. A thoroughly enjoyable contest with impeccably behaved coaches and supporters. Two teams that just wanted to get out and play in the correct manner, which fully restored my faith in the game. A Sunday roast par excellence, with quite possibly Elaine's best bread sauce ever. Just as I'm about to tuck into my rhubarb crumble, though, the you-know-what hits the you-know-what. I wasn't going to let him get to Sue. No way, Jose Mourinho. Over my dead body, which it very nearly was. The cheek of the man. Expecting her to see him, expecting her to understand and acquiesce. It's when she appeared that he lost control. Up until then, I'd got him on the leash. Perhaps if she'd stayed away, I might have got him to leave. Seeing her inflamed matters dramatically. It was like showing a red rag to a bull. I felt like a rag myself, I must say, when he started pummeling me. If Sue hadn't picked up the coal poker, God knows what could have happened. The man was maniacal. I'm supposed to have a cup semi-final next Sunday. It's one I was really looking forward to. That's been scuppered, though, thanks to Dennis's impromptu visit. Still, when all's said and done, we're alive and well, and we should all be thankful for that. And I've got a bowl of Elaine's rhubarb crumble in front of me, with double cream, which is sure to be heaven on earth, for amongst many other attributes, my darling wife is the queen of crumble.
I'm feeling a bit glum. We lost yesterday 3-2. We were 2-0 up with 15 minutes to go. Oh dear. Dom says we inexcusably took our foot off the gas when we were in complete control. We stopped playing football. Then at 2-2, we pressed the panic button. Graham says we sat too deep, which invited pressure, which resulted in goals against. Judy said, it's not much fun, but at least no one died. We're not homeless on the streets of London, which far too many people are. Good for Judy. Philosophical Judy, alerting us to the bigger picture. We drowned our sorrows in the East Dulwich Tavern, and then had a fish and chip supper. We talked more about the game, of course, despite Judy's important maxim. The referee was awful. I don't think he realised there were two teams playing. It was driving Dom insane. He yelled at him a number of times. I thought he was going to throw his burger at him. Very glad he didn't. They're far too tasty to use as weaponry. As we were leaving, he nearly encountered a bit of argy-bargy with some away fans. Deliriously happy away fans who were singing 2-0 up and you it up, 2-0 up and you it up. One of them made a sexist remark to me, apparently, which Dom took exception to, no doubt fueled by frustration. Luckily, though, Graham stopped things escalating. That sort of thing doesn't bother me. I can rise above it. It makes Stacey very angry, though. She still encounters it a lot. She did at the last game she went to. You only like him because he's got nice legs. No, I like him because he's a good footballer. Yeah, that's right, is it? What do you know about him, then? More than you do. Oh, yeah? Like what? That was her cue to fire off a litany of facts, which blew the tiny little mind inside the bald head on top of the blubbery body of her imbecilic perpetrator. And then she paused. And then she smiled at him. Anything else you'd like to know?
I'm not an emotional person. When I went to the toilet, though, at the end of the game, it wasn't for a wee-wee. It was to weep. To weep with joy, with ecstasy, with pride. What those lads did today was remarkable. Alex Coney is a legend. Jammers is almost a legend, too. The only thing that separates the two of them was the legend's free kick. Swerve, curl, dip, top bins. Not even both Schmeichels, father and son, both on the line together, were stopping that one. We were impregnable. We locked the doors, pulled down the shutters, the drawbridge was up, and a newly constructed moat separated us from our foes. First half, non-entities became second half dynamite. Cygnets became swans. Oh, when the winning goal went in after 2 minutes of added on time, oh, blimey, O'Reilly. I had rockets going off in my cranium. I was releasing vatloads of endorphins. Oh, championes, championes, away, away, away. Championes, championes, away, away, away. Ah, no, it was all down to them. They did it. No, I orchestrated the symphony and conducted it, but they played the instruments. They were the strings, the brass section, and the timpani. My dearly beloved wife passed away last year. Oh, it's been an extremely tough 10 months. 3 weeks, 5 days. There have been plenty of times when I've thought of turning my back on the touchline and walking away. I wanted to win the league for her, but we came up short. So this goes some way towards making up for it. If you can't win the league, win the League Cup. I asked the team if they'd permit me to dedicate this victory to the love of my life. The woman who stood by me at every turn, who filled my lunchbox, washed the kit without a word of complaint, sacrificed Sunday mornings and 2 evenings a week and plenty of other times that I was spent on club matters, and cherished each one of them as if they were her own. Wherever she is, if she's anywhere at all, she'd be proud as punch. We did it, Sheila. The lads and me. This, my love, is for you.
I was married myself for 11 years to a complete twat. The only good thing he gave me was $1 per spunk, which helped make my little Kev. Who's 22 now, so he's not so little. He started playing for the club when he was 9. That's when I got involved behind the scenes. I have done the lot. Race nights, quiz nights, karaoke, sponsored runs. I've done grant applications, fundraising events, sponsorship. I've been on the committee. I've done pitch bookings, ref bookings. I've been a league rep. And then eventually, when the club got into some shtuck, and because I'm a businesswoman who likes being in control and doesn't mind telling people what to do, I was encouraged to become the big cheese. I've had a lot of tricky situations to deal with, and not much has fazed me. Until now. Fuck knows what's going to come out in the wash, though. If Gav chooses Steph, which I'm sure he will do, I'll be in bits. I won't let it show to the outside world. That's not my style. It'll cut me in two, though. I doubt I'll ever recover. It may mean Gav leaving the club and all, which will be a shitter for everyone as well as me, considering what he's done. People might never forgive me. People might think I need to step down and all. But fuck 'em, though. I'll carry on. Whatever happens, whatever banter follows me around. Of course I will. Life won't ever be the same, though. Doubt I'll ever meet another Gav. Apart from the fireworks, which he says doesn't happen with Steph no more, we have a laugh and we love football and this shitty club. What he likes, I like. Vice versa. I reckon we were made for each other. Whether Gav feels the same remains to be seen.
I want to die. I do. I want to die. I've let myself down. My family. Everyone who fucking knows me. I'm nothing. Not anymore. I don't blame him. He had to do it. It was in the interest of the team. We was losing 2-0 and I was playing shit. I was a waste of space, as he very kindly told me in front of everyone, including the cocky young lad when he binned me at half-time. He had a pop at everyone. A good pop. I got it the worst, though. He made me feel like a fucking ant. Shouldn't have played. I only got myself to blame. Everyone's been telling me to get help, but I've kept on refusing like a stubborn cunt. I thought I might be all right after training. Yeah, that was a false dawn. I knew when I walked out I wasn't right. My legs were heavy. My head was spinning. I couldn't focus. I was looking at myself from the stands. I wasn't in the game. Tried to get by on bravado. I'm doing the basics while I was absolutely bollocks, though. Nowhere near it. I'm finished in the game. Finished. Certainly at this level. I'll be lucky to find a club. Chin and the gaffer doesn't look too clever on your CV, does it? He had to go out for the second half with a fucked up eye. He had to deal with it on camera after the game, which we ended up losing 3-1. He refused to comment. Said it was an internal matter. It'll all come out, though. My contract's gonna be terminated. I could be done for assault. I'm gonna be remembered for a right hook more than my football. Much more. I'm gutted for my dad. He has done so much for me. He's my #1 fan. When I got pro, he was made up. When I made my debut, no fear, full of confidence. Just like the cocky young lad. He told me he was the proudest dad in all of England. That was the best moment of my life. I'm gutted for my mom and my missus. But I've let them all down. They've tried to rally round, but there's fuck all they can do. Who would have thought it, eh? Professional footballer. Living the life, doing what every young boy dreams of, ends up sitting in his motor wanting to crash it and be dead. The coward's way out. leaving your family to pick up the pieces, clean up the shit you've done. I don't want to face the world, though. I want to jump ship. I have tried and tried so fucking hard to sort myself out. The gaffer was right. I'm a waste of space. I might have been something once upon a time. Not anymore, though. No use to anyone.
He got on, didn't he? With 20 minutes to go. Well, they were already up 3-0, so that's how it finished. But he did well. Come on. 18 years old and in the Prem? I'll buy that for $1. I saw him afterwards, just to say, well done. I also saw the pain behind his brother's eyes. You know, behind the smiles and the laughter and the banter. Anyway, that night, I watched the game again on Match of the Day. And Sophia called me, asked me to come over straight away, so I did. And there'd been a bit of a scrap. See, Roddy smacked his brother about and then done one. Apparently, Roddy wanted to bring his mates back over after the game. But by the time they all got back, they were so cream-crackered, my mum said no. Then he got abusive. Well out of order, apparently. And, you know, Miguel, he steps in as referee, and Roddy just smacks him. I went to look for him, but couldn't find nothing. So I came back, sat with Sophia in the kitchen. I mean, she should be over the moon, Brian, you know? Instead of worrying her socks off about her eldest son out on street with the wrong salt. Anyway, it must have been about 1:30, yeah, when she got the call. I mean, the moment she heard the word hospital, she knew it was bad. She just didn't know how bad. Roddy was killed. He was knifed several times. From triumph to tragedy in a day. She'll never get over it. I mean, she blames herself, obviously, and her old man. I don't know. I mean, she'll learn to live with it. She has to, right? As for Miguel, well, only time will tell, mate. Only time will tell. I mean, it's gonna affect him, you know, psychologically, up here. But he's got a good support system, so... But he loved his brother. Loved him. Looked up to him, you know? Even though he could be a bit of a pillock. Now he's gone. Forever. No more 2v2 against all comers in the cage. No PlayStation, no play fighting, you know. Roddy acting a fool and making everybody laugh. You know, Miguel, he's been lucky in football, and God willing, he will be in the future. But in life, at least for now anyway, luck has gone south. I mean, whoever you are, you know? wherever you are, wherever you're doing, good or bad, Lady Luck is always looking over your shoulder. And if she's on your side, you're laughing. But if she's playing for the Oppo, you, my friend, are neck deep in fecal matter.
Oh my God. That was horrible. I said to Dad, I said, look, whatever you do, just don't mention Liverpool to Graham. And he probably wouldn't have, if Graham hadn't brought him up. And when he did, I give him a look. Don't. Please don't. And he nearly didn't. But then he did. How comes you support Liverpool then, Graham? Are you from there, or? We don't sound as if you're from there. It was awful. I just wanted to punch him. He was like a dog after a bone. Graham was so good. Kept his cool, didn't rise to the bait. Mum did, though. She was furious. Leave him alone. He can support whoever the hell he likes, right? Stupid bloody game anyway. This isn't about who he supports. This isn't about who anyone supports. This is about her, right? Your daughter. She had her finger pointing right in my face. I was like, please don't argue. It feels shit enough as it is. And I did feel shit. Shit because we'd lost. Not as shit as I was making out, though. Dad apologised afterwards, once Mum and Graham had left. I was so cross with him. The meal was going fine until he opened his big mouth. He said it wasn't easy, though, you know. Seeing them together, a happy couple. Then he got a bit emotional and his eyes got watery. I feel really sorry for him. It's his own fault, though. He knows it is. He's only got himself to blame. He knows he's just got to stop thinking about it and move on. He said he'd be all right, though, in time. I hope he will. Then he got back to football, his default mechanism. He was cross because I'd been subbed off, which probably didn't help his mood at the meal. He said that was stupid. Said we would have won the game if we played 4-4-1-1 instead of 3-4-3. According to him, our wing-backs don't work hard enough to play 3-4-3. That's why they scored. Look, I don't know if he's right or not. All I know is that we lost. 1-0. We hit the bar and I nearly scored with a free kick. Hey, they could have scored more, though, if we didn't have Handy Andy in goal. Oh, well. It's history now. Life goes on. I'm off out to meet the girls. Drown our sorrows together. It's Pongo's birthday as well, which means it's going to be a messy night. Very messy. I am going to get shit-faced. I'll be the last girl standing, though. Put every penny I have on it. Look. I might not be the very best at football because, well, apart from anything else, I'm a big ball of laziness. But what I am definitely the very best at is drinking. Because I do work very hard at that. Just a shame you can't get a degree in it, really. Otherwise, I'd be heading for a first.
Purley Way, Croydon. Not the most auspicious place to depart this world. At least he died doing what he loved. I will miss him greatly. We've been doing it for our sins almost as long as each other. He's taken more flack than I have over the years, considerably more. He's been headbutted twice. Once by an aggrieved parent at a five-a-side competition who returned an hour after his son's team had been eliminated, walked right up to Johnny, who was reffing another game at the time, and planted one on him. Then there was the earlobe. You'd have thought having one bitten off for not giving a foul throw which led to a goal would put you off officiating. Not Johnny, though. He lived for it. Driving up to London every Saturday and Sunday, when required, from Bexhill-on-Sea, with his flask of tea and a pork pie to hand. He had the worst teeth of any official, and hardly any left by the end. And a tummy that arrived at any location half an hour before the rest of him. He took no nonsense, though, in his capacity. There was no messing with Johnny, God bless his soul. He was the king of his kingdom. No doubt about that. May your journey upstairs, fallen comrade in arms, Be an easy one. And may you flourish. With a whistle to your lips in the heaven-wide league.
I do love midweek games. There's something magical about playing under lights. We met a polyamorous supporter at the game on Tuesday, which was fascinating. He brought his 2 partners. One of them doesn't like football, but clearly likes burgers and beer. The other one is a polyamorous addict. That's a Charlton supporter. Charlton supporters are called addicts because of something to do with haddock and chips, apparently. Oh, I didn't have a clue that clubs have nicknames. I love it. It's fantastic. Everton are the Toffees, Brentford are the Bees, and we're the Hamlet, as you might imagine. And our supporters are called the Rabble. They don't get involved in any fighting, though. There are no hooligans at Dulwich. Dom's talked to me a lot about hooliganism. I didn't realise that people from different clubs arrange to meet away from the grounds while the football's taking place to box each other's ears. In Italy, they stab you in the bottom with little knives so you can't sit down. Dom says it's tribal, gives people a sense of belonging. Well, we belong to the Hamlet tribe. Come on, Dulwich! Which is peace-loving, anti-homophobic and anti-racist. We're a very nice tribe, full of very nice people, like Judy and Graham and the polyamorists we met. I do have to say, though, that having intimate relationships with more than one partner, with the consent of all partners involved, isn't for me. I'm not sharing beautiful Dom with anyone. I'd be devastated if he wanted to share me. I'm totally smitten, as I am now with football, too. I'm trying to get my girls into it. It's such a pity that their father never attempted to. I think he made the assumption that because they're not boys, they won't be interested. That's so wrong. Look at me. I so look forward to going to the games. Football or book club? Don't bother asking. Dulwich Hamlet 1, Dostoevsky 0.
This little madam means the world to me. Oh, she's lodged in many a household clubhouse over the years, since 1982. But having her as a guest in my humble abode, well, it's the next best thing to having my Sheila. God rest her soul. Oh, I'll never be a Shankly or a Cloughy or a Fergie or a Guardiola or a Klopp or the like, who get the money as well as the accolades. But I get just as much pleasure from winning in my own little way as the giants of the game. You don't need remuneration to get satisfaction. 2 cans of Stella is all I need. Oh, there's plenty of people like me, ordinary folk, working their backsides off, volunteering without recompense after a hard day's work, 2 nights a week, and Sunday morning doing the admin, sorting out the kit and the equipment, making sure young Johnny gets to the game. Unfortunately, despite words to the contrary, our sphere of influence, grassroots football, remains undervalued and underfunded. There aren't enough pitches, and those that we have are generally rubbish, as are the changing facilities. We're working against the grain, trying to create quality for the big guns to come along and cherry-pick at their pleasure without putting anything back. The Premier League, the FA, and those at the top of the game are swimming in money. But like most wealthy people, it seems the richer they become, the greedier they get. I mean, £700 to be a mascot at West Ham, that is disgusting. Now, they all say they're putting something back, but whatever it is, it's not enough. And frankly, it's chump change to the bigwigs. There's thousands and thousands of us out there putting up with the rubbish facilities, the bad weather, the lack of respect, and the parents who, trust me, are the bane of youth football. Putting up with it for days like today, when it all comes right. The stars align. that I get my hands on you. Oh, the beautiful game is far from beautiful most of the time. But when it is, oh, there's nothing like it. It's the Vista Supreme.
I don't fucking believe it. I don't, honest. He's only gone and done it. I reckon I could fly if someone asked me to. He has chosen a 3-month relationship on the QT over a 22-year marriage. He said he thought it through till his brain was scrambled egg. He talked to Steph. They talked and talked. She wanted them to stay together, despite his transgression with the super slag, as she likes to call me. But she wanted him to cut down on the football, give their marriage a proper go. He said, even if she didn't want him to cut down, he knew in his heart of hearts it wasn't right. Talking to her consolidated it. I mean, things might have been different if the boys had been babbies, but Jack's at uni and Ben's not far off. Bottom line is, their marriage was past its sell-by date. If it wasn't, he wouldn't have done the dirty with the chair, whatever you want to call me. He said he wanted to be with me as long as I was serious about being with him. I said, you're fucking kidding. I'd give anything to be with you, Bab. And believe me, I don't give up much for anyone. I would and all. I've never felt like this before. What's good for Kimberly, it's fucking good for Kimberly. It's fucking good for the club too. We won in the cup last night, even though Gav wasn't in the dugout. Because of what's going on, Harry took the team. But he'll be back soon as, running the show, with Kimberly overseeing him, pulling the purse strings. Oh, it's more than I could ever wish for. I'm living the dream with the dream ticket. I just hope I never wake up.
She stopped me from doing it. I nearly didn't answer. She told me that wherever I was, she loved me more than anything. And so do the kids. I'm seeing someone now, finally. I'm on the road to recovery. It's gonna be a long road, though. I still get moments when I can't face it, when I want out. Pressure is a privilege. That's what I was told. Plenty of times. It is too. Pressure can be fucking horrible though if you can't deal with it. If it eats you up, gets on top of you, makes you crumble. The best, the very best, the Ronaldos, the Messis, the Michael Jordans, Lewis Hamiltons. They're the ones who love pressure the most. They get high on it. Put as much pressure on me as you like and I'll deliver. And I'll feel on top of the world when I do. There's a lot of mental health issues in the game. Fucks up a lot of people. You got plenty of time to think. Too much time. You're only working part of the day and you got money burning a hole in your pocket. More money than you can spend if you're in the Premiership. When it ain't going right, you take a load of abuse. On the pitch, on the telly, in the papers, on social media. You're a target to be shot at. If I didn't have my family, I don't think I would have made it. I still feel like I've let them all down, especially my old man. You know, but I'm working through it. I'm realizing how special they are. They're the most important thing to me. They're not enough to right all the wrongs, but they don't half help. They give me a reason to go on. To do something stupid, just, it wouldn't be fair on them. Taking a break from the game to the end of the season. I'll find a club then if one will have me. I mean, they will do. I've still got talent. It may not be at the level it was, but it doesn't bother me. Apart from losing the paycheck. I'll earn less money, but I'm working with my old man and my brother-in-law, and I'm liking it. There's no pressure. There's plenty of banter. I love my old man to pieces. Got him on the pedestal. I've always tried to please him. Probably too much for my own good. He says he just wants me to be happy. He'd rather I was a happy fuck-up than an unhappy success. I've been spending more time with the kids as well. Taking them to the playground. Having a laugh. Forgotten how much I love them. I'm having a proper time with them, quality time. And with the missus. She's the dog she is. If I didn't have her, if I didn't have her, some other sod would. And he'd definitely be the luckiest man alive.